Hi, my name is Kortni Osborn, and today I'm presenting my senior portfolio for interior design at Texas Tech University. So here's my table of contents. Today we're going to go over my resume and 5 projects that include commercial and residential design. My resume, you can see, is my contact information, some skills I have, the awards I received inside and outside of interior design, my education I'm going to receive, which is a bachelor's degree in interior design and a minor in architecture, my organizations I'm also involved in inside and outside of interior design, references, experience that I have inside interior design and outside of interior design. The first project I'm going to introduce to you is a commercial design project for Turning Point Community Church in Lubbock, Texas. Turning Point Community Church outgrew their current facility. Therefore, we remodeled and revamped their building and redesigned a new facility that will accommodate their new seating of 1,000 guests. It was a group project. Therefore, I collaborated with team members and peers that were also in my class. As you can see here, the goals and aesthetic that my group members wanted to achieve, we wanted to provide a space to worship, to outreach and educate the community that will facilitate and nurture in the health of families for their spiritual growth throughout the church. You can also see some concept images that we put together and wanted to carry out through our whole entire design. As you can see on the right-hand side of the screen is a floor plan. It includes an entry, a lobby area, a cafe, a lobby food pantry with a community garden as well, the worship center, an administration office, and then also the kids entry. As you can see here is some renderings of the worship center. You can see that we use some natural tone woods and we put some large screens displaying from the ceiling there for people in the back also can see, and also a stage where the worship and pastor will also stand on Sundays. And then a kids entry, we did a wayfinding tool with some hexagons on the ground to show families where kids check in whenever they come in, so there's no questions to be asked. We did some a feature wall where we did some hexagon seating where kids can sit and wait and just have community with other children. As you can see here, we have a baptistry area. We did some backlighting that you can see behind the cross, and then some warm tone woods. This baptistry area is in the lobby, so it needs to be grand and a focal point so that whenever people do come into the church, they can see it and they know where to go for baptistries. The other part of the lobby was a cafe area that you can see in the bottom where people can have community, grab a cup of coffee, and just hang out and communicate with others and just fellowship before church starts or after church starts. And then also you can see a reception desk so that whenever guests come in, they know where to go and what the church has and what they offer there. The next project I'm going to introduce is a commercial project as well of Junction, Texas. Junction, Texas campus, we wanted to remodel what they already had as existing campus. We needed to create a new office building, welcome center, hotel for graduate houses, new classrooms, and outdoor entertainment area as well. Each building went underneath a shed system that allowed natural light circulation and air circulation throughout the whole area. As you can see here is the shed floor plan that we went by for all of the floor plans that I'm going to show you. You can see the shed cross section and also the shed longitudinal section as well. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the reception area and large floor plan where large groups of children can come and check in and where the junction staff can then move them to where they need to go next. But it is a large area where group members can come in and sit and relax and wait to know where they're going next. It includes an ADA bathroom, also a kitchenette, and tables. As you can see here, it is in a large area of the management offices. And then you can also see a perspective of the director's office where I use natural wood tones throughout just to keep it warm and bright and airy throughout. And then you can also see an enlarged graduate area as well where 2 rooms back up to each other. We have an ADA accessible bathroom, kitchen, and living room. And then you can also see a rendering where I also took the same details on the wall and took them throughout the whole entire space and kept a warm and natural feeling throughout. Here you can see a medium large classroom that will fit up to 30 people. You can rearrange the seating, and also there is a back nook where people also can sit. And then you can see the classroom lab areas where those chairs also can be moved around for different kinds of instruction that's taking place. You can also see on the right hand side of the screen the entertainment and lounge area where you can sit around the fire pit and just kind of hang out with other peers whenever the day's over and you're having fun and want to enjoy anybody else's company. You can also see the different kinds of furniture that I used throughout. It was very dark, so it was easier to clean, very flexible, washable, so that the harsh sun and dirt was easy to wipe off of all of those. The next one I'm going to introduce is a commercial design project for the Department of Design at Texas Tech University. I took the idea of a honeycomb structure and took it through my whole entire project where everyone works individually, but they also come in and connect together just like a honeycomb would. Therefore, when on my floor plan, you'll see that all the offices are around the perimeter where the conference room is directly in the middle where all the staff can come in and communicate and find out what they need to do next. As you can see here, I did a wood screen for my project, and then I took it throughout my whole entire projects as a centerpiece and design aspect. You can see a rendered floor plan where you can also see all of the offices on the perimeter, and then the conference room in the middle, some grad student desk, as well as a kitchenette. You can see the reflected ceiling plan where I did some woodwork on the ceiling, as well as some hexagonal lights, and just kept it very simple. Therefore, it didn't distract since there was glass curtain walls all throughout the perimeter. Here you can see a rendering of the kitchenette where you can see that wood ceiling detail. I did some open shelving so they can decorate, where the staff can also sit at the island, eat their lunch, maybe have a little meeting with another staff member. And then the conference area is a large area where there's a table running through the middle where all the staff is able to sit and have meetings once a week, and also a large TV on the back wall where they can do presentations. At the bottom of the screen, you can also see the selections that I used throughout the whole entire space. Here you can also see the cubicle slash library area where grad students can come and grade work and also do their grad work as well. And you can see on the back wall that I also use the hexagonal shapes that I used on the ceiling in the reception area. In the middle, you can see the reception area where I took that wood detail and took it down the back wall as kind of a design aspect, you could say, with some wood detailing where you are greeted and it's warm and welcoming, and guests can take a seat or be greeted with by the staff member and taken to the conference room or their office. On the right hand side of the screen, you can see the large office where you can have informal and formal meetings. And also, you can see that I took the same hexagonal shapes that were throughout the whole entire space and took them and put them on her back wall as well. Here is my next one that I'm going to introduce is a residential project for the Mills residents. The remodel of the residence was for the Mills family. They are from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and they wanted to take into their redesign as a very aging in place and environmentally friendly atmosphere that they wanted to make sure was inside their house. So you can see my process that I took. I took bubbles and matched up how the equivalents to them worked and what needed to be next to each other and what didn't need to be next to each other. And then I moved on to my blocking where I blocked out where I wanted certain rooms throughout the space. As you can see, I did a front exterior elevation and a rear elevation of the house. And then on the right hand side of the screen, you can see the first and second floor, where the master is on the bottom floor with an ensuite of the master um, bathroom where it is aging in place, and then a 5 foot turnaround throughout the whole entire space with the living room, kitchen, and dining area, and as well as a guest room. On the second floor, you can see there's a very large flex space and two guest bedrooms for both the daughters, and then a guest bedroom as bathroom as well. Here you can see some elevations of the kitchen where I took a very simple kitchen layout where they can store their things but also have lower cabinets to where they're easily accessible later on in life. You can also see a hand rendered master suite perspective and also a living room perspective as well. And then you can see the furniture selections that I chose for the space, as well as the selections at the bottom of the screen that I used throughout the whole entire space. The last one is a residential project of the abstract house. The abstract house was a model house that needed to be a one bedroom, one bathroom, kitchen, and living area that needed to meet the ADA accessible requirements. My process of this project was a paper model. I took a paper model and I designed a house out of it. Then I took that and made a floor plan. So you can see on the left-hand side of the screen is the floor plan where you have a wraparound kitchen, a living room, a small dining area, a bedroom, and then a bathroom where the washer and dryer are, and then also an outdoor dining area. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see that I used large glass windows so that you could see outside since it was a vacation home, and also the living room hand-drawn elevation. Here you can see each elevation of the house of the southwest, north, and east sides. Each one of them had glass curtain walls with black mullions, and it was white stucco finish throughout. You can see that it was very structural and how it all came together to work as a one bedroom, one bath vacation home. And as well, you can also see the finishes I spoke of at the beginning that were taken out throughout my whole entire project. So thank you for watching, and I hope to speak to you soon. Thank you.